brush me off, try if you brush me off, I see. Bad man likes calling me from unruly, girl, why be? Why be, why be, why be? Disrespect we at Tagabi. They try to say we.
Hey guys, and welcome to my first official video. We're gonna put on a water wave bob wig. So that's me showing you guys the wig. I'm gonna go ahead and apply my Tresemme spray, and then I'm gonna use my hairbrush and my Yellowbird blow dryer to slick my hair back. Because I have a lot of brush and I don't want it in the way. I'm not gonna use a wig cap. This is a quick and easy way and method of doing a lace front wig. Yeah, put it on a wig. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the popsicle stick, or some people say ice cream stick, to lay the glue flat across my hairline, because it has to go flat across your hairline. You don't want too much glue. You don't want an excessive amount of glue on your hairline when it comes on to doing layers. And I'll be applying 3 layers because I'd like it to stay for at least 2 weeks, and it did stayed for 2 weeks. Okay, so in doing the process, you have to make sure that it's flat. That's one of the main things that you have to do. You have to make sure that it's flat, and you have to make sure that it is dry when applying a second layer of glue. It has to look clear. As you can see, I applied the glue and it looks white. After, you're going to see how it comes out looking clear. It has to look clear before you go ahead and apply a second layer of glue. And in doing the process faster, I do recommend using your blow dryer to quicken up the process. So that's me now applying the second layer of glue across my hairline. A little goes a long way. You don't have to use a lot. And you do the same process using the other side of the stick, not the same side. You have to use the other side of the stick. I know if you do try this process and apply a second layer, it's going to feel a little sticky. But what I do recommend is to lightly use your hand across. Don't drag it too much like your Hercules. No. You take a little time like a Tinkerbell and go ahead and slowly drag the product across. And you will see how it comes out to what you actually want it to be. So as I mentioned before, when you have like an excessive amount at a certain part of the hairline, all you have to do is drag it to other parts so that it covers, the quantity amount of what you put on at the opposite side that you're dragging it from. You just stretch it across and it will just measure out. Come like you just level out some cement or something, basically that. And I'm going to use the blow dryer again and get that dry. You see how it's clear before I go ahead and apply the third layer of glue. As I will always say, a little goes a long way, and you can go ahead and use the other side of the stick and flatten out that glue that you had just applied, which is your third and final layer. So that's me dragging it out and making sure that all the products stretch across the hairline that I want it to go across. And I do the same thing for the other side, making sure that it is dragged and flat and neat and tidy. It doesn't look too tacky, just look fine and neat and okay. And you have to do it like this, because if you don't do it like this, you're not gonna get a smooth lace application like how you see some really nice lace, how it's laid properly, and it just look very, very good. Like, you have to take some necessary steps when you're doing these things, and we're taking those steps. This is one of the main things that you have to do, because it's one of the main things that's going to put your head together with the wig, basically. So you have to make sure that the glue is not too much, not too excessive, not a lot, and just making sure that it is flat and nice and tidy. I don't know about others, but I don't mind the glue in my hair. Most persons don't like that. You can always put it forward, not too much on your forehead like an helmet, but you can always put it forward a little, and you can always use a cap, and there are other stuffs that are recommended. I'll do that in another video in a short, and let you guys know that stuff that are recommended if you don't want to use a wig cap, because sometimes it gets annoying when you want to scratch your hair and all those stuff, and I don't like when I want to scratch my hair and I can scratch it. It feels annoying to me. So I would recommend using some of those stuff. So you'll see me post that video. I'm gonna go ahead and apply the lace to the hairline. So I am putting it on the glue basically that is on my hairline. So I'm putting it down, and not everything is gonna stick because I'm gonna cut off some of this lace. For some reason, sometimes when you're reapplying some hair, it is it's just necessary to do certain things. Some things are worn out and some things are better if it is being removed. So I use my fingers and I press it in, and then I'm going to use my rat tail comb and press it into the glue also. You're not going to press the lace like press the lace. You're just going to gentle press the lace in the glue to make sure it connects with the glue. It has an intimate relationship with the glue. You understand? Yeah. So that's basically what I am doing here. And I'm making sure that I brush all the hair back, that it doesn't dry in the glue. As you can see, I'm brushing all the little hairs that you see there just now back so that it's not in the glue. And I'm just basically fixing everything before I go ahead and apply the band on the hairline to melt that glue and lace together to get that proper look. And I'm gonna tell you guys what I'm using. I'm using a bra strap because I have bands, but the bands are too broad. I haven't really met a band that is really small that I really like. If I do, and if you do have any in mind or anywhere that sells them, you can let me know. But I like using it, and it doesn't matter to me. It gives it that smooth, slick, nice look that you want it to have. And yeah, that's perfect for me. But as you can see how long me did there, I try and tie the band, and I don't know what happened. But anyways, after that, I was trying to style the hair, because this is a time where you go ahead and style the hair to how you want it to be, a center part, a side part, like a slick front slide down, something or anything that you have in mind. You can go ahead and do it at this time because the lace is melting. It's going to take a little while, and you can just speed up the process by just going ahead and starting to style your hair. So that's me trying to do a hard slick down, and I did part it out and went ahead and look at it, and I'm like, you know, I was just playing around with it. I'm like, it doesn't work for me. As you can see, I'm like, nah, this doesn't work for me with this bob wig. I'm like, nah. I've tried it before with long, like about 24 inches, and it looks pretty. It looks perfectly fine for me. And if you guys want a video like that, I will go ahead and do a video like that. So I'm gonna go ahead right now and try a different style. While me I did this now, I saw it on TikTok, but it was for the same long hair. What I saw short girls bob, like water wave bobs that I'm doing right now. They did the style just the same, but they had a more fuller density than this hair that I have. This is 180, and I guess they have 280 or 260 or something like that. So that's me trying to do what would I say now, a back in the school days type of thing style. And honestly, it was working out as how I wanted to be. As you can see, everything was going fine. It was going smooth. I was just parting off what needs to be parted off to make sure that it gives that defined look that you want it to get. It gives it a populicious look. That's what I would say. That populicious look. So basically, that's what I'm doing there, and making sure that the part is as curved as it should be. Some of these steps that you take in like making some things accurate, trust me, it at the end product it look damn good. As a Jamaicans with us, it look damn good. Me not lie. Because when you take your time and do your thing and you put in the effort in doing what you're doing, it comes out to what you really want it to come out to. So you see me, I am a type of perfectionist type of person, and that is me just going over the part over and over again to make sure say it have that little base curve and connection, something there, right there, right there. So you understand? And I actually did it. I accomplished because nothing trying, nothing done. If you not try it, oh, it's a go, how it's a go come out. So I went ahead and used my hot comb. And you have to make sure that it's hot. It was really hot. As you could see the steam coming off. It was really hot. And I didn't burn my ears 1 or 2 times, But you guys will see how me jump. I and I make sure that it's flat. I use my wax stick, but I don't think it is in the video. But I did apply my wax stick and use my hot comb to slip the hair back. So in doing this, it was really easy. I went ahead and did the one of the buns that I'll be catching up shortly, and you'll see to make sure that it is flat when I catch it up and it doesn't have any, what would I say, no lump. That's me using the Tresemme spray again to hold the hair down in place to where I want it to be. This Tresemme spray is a really good spray. It really does what it's supposed to do, and I would really recommend it to anyone that asks me about any holding spray or anything like that. It also melts your lace. And guys, don't think that every product that you see melts all lace. You have to buy the real HD lace to get a perfect look. This is a HD lace, but in all honesty, I got this from a seller and I don't think this is a real HD lace, but it gives that type of effect. And it was fine. It wasn't bad. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't bad at all. But you can research also and know the difference in the different type of laces and which one is real from which one is fake. So you can also do that. So that's me parting the other side using my wax stick and then using my hot comb to slick the hair back, repeating the same process as I did on the other side. So most times it's a repetitive process to get it how you want it. All in styling, you're gonna always use your wax stick, you're gonna always use your hot comb. You're gonna maybe also use your flat iron or your curling iron. You're gonna always be using something to make sure that you get that style or look that you want. Maybe some cornrows at times or some of those plat that I don't fish plats they call it or something like that. You're gonna use. So this is stupid Beano. Didn't find recording and the time running out, and I can't find a razor to cut the lace. So that is me using a hair shave down thingy trimmer razor to cut the lace. It was kind of doing what it's supposed to do until I'm like, no, this is not gonna work. So I had to go ahead and find something else to use after I was there playing around with it for a very, very long time. And I just got fed up and kind of put it down after a while. And I'm like, no, this is not going to work. So as you can see, the lace looks pretty good beyond the point of the parts that I was cutting off. It looks really nice. And I really didn't have a problem with it, but it was not the real HD. But it was fine. I'm being very honest. It was fine. And it would look like the real HD, but it is not. And that's me using the razor that I was telling you guys that I just got fed up and put it down. So that's me cutting off the excessive lace that I don't need and making sure that it looks how I really want it to look. So looks really nice. I didn't mind at all. I'm telling you, it looked really nice. And I think this was my third time applying this doing this wig. I think it was my third time. That's me showing you guys that I have to put a little glue under there. And I think I went ahead and did put a little glue under there. Yeah. put a little Ibn glue. Anytime you have a little, leave out of the lace, all you have to do is just put a little glue there, let it sit and dry, flatten it out. Let me make that point clear. Flatten it out, put a little bit there, flatten it out, let it sit and dry for a little bit, and you go ahead, use your rat tail comb and put the lace down onto it. That's it. You don't have to do a lot. So that's me using another band now to go ahead and melt the lace one more time while I go ahead and continue to do my styling. As I say, most times when you're melting the lace, it's a perfect time to go and style your hair. For one, the lace is tied down, so any excessive pulling or combing or catching up that you have to do, it is down on the head, also with a band, a secured band, so it will be perfect to do your styling at that time. So that's me using the wax stick again and my hot comb to make sure that that bun is also flat and nice when I catch it up. And as I say, I don't want it to be buggy or when I catch it up. Sometimes you catch your hair if you don't comb it out properly, that's how it look. No, you don't want that for your wig. So that's what I'm securing right there, as you can see, making sure everything that is in place. As I say, the little steps or measures that you take while doing your hair, trust me, it makes a difference at the end. It always make a difference at the end. I always say, like, if you see one little hair upon the lace, you feel like it's gonna be a problem and you can't like put it back in place, just pop it out. It's just a small piece of hair. It's not like it's a batch of hair where I go give you a kind of bald spot or something. No, pop it right out. And that's what most persons do is either they pop it out, use them tweezers, pop it out, use them hand, get the tip of it and just pop it out. So I do recommend that. So that's me making sure that everything is in place to how I want it to be. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side as I did just now for that side, and use the wax stick and the hot comb again and slick it right down, because I think I did previous the opposite side to the ear before. Yes, and now I'm doing that. And sometimes, as I tell you, these things take time. You have to be patient and you have to know that you want it to come out good, so you just go and put a little time in it and just do it good and done. Yeah, you just put a little time in it and know, so you just go and do it good and done. So most times I do recommend that you just be patient and just take time and do it, and you will learn. And the little steps that you take, it changes things. The little here that you will see, as I was mentioning before, it changes things. You look at ketchup where you feel like we don't want ketchup better, it changes things. So that's me applying the makeup to my lace front, and I use the Kissy foam base foundation cream. So that's me. I mix the colors. I don't remember the shade, but I will put it in the description below to let you guys know the shade that I use. And I got it from Amazon, so you guys can get it from there. I think I got it for like $5 or something like that. It was pretty cheap. It wasn't bad at all. So that's me making sure everything is in place, as I mentioned before. And I'm gonna go ahead now and try to see how I'm gonna make my baby hair. So that's me trying to see how I'm gonna curve it out. And sometimes, as I said, when you do these things, even when you don't know how to draw, because sometimes doing makeup and doing hair is all about drawing. You just have to picture what you want to do and angle it the way how you really want it. So that's me trying to angle my edges. So I'm trying to angle triangle it. So yeah, putting it in place where I want it. Sometimes you see right there at the top, I'm gonna cut it out a little bit and curve it. You're gonna see. I don't like when it comes out, so it looks odd, like you're gonna have to pluck out a lot of hair. And trust me, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I do hair and I do my hair often, and I don't like to pluck out my lace, because plucking out your lace means replacing your lace. I don't care which style or what, to some extent where I'm not bashing anyone, but to some extent where I see some lace are plucked, trust me, it doesn't have to go to that extent. By the time the person's supposed to wear back the hair, all of the bleach with them bleach the lace and all them something, all the pluck with them pluck it out. No hair, no left in the feet style up at top again. You have to change your lace. They want to tell you to change your lace. They want to tell you to change your lace. They want to tell you to change your lace because they can't work with it. And you can't go to another hairdresser because another hairdresser will maybe try to give you a style with that lace what you have, but trust me, maybe it's not gonna work out to what you want it to be. And maybe you're gonna want it to do something better. Suppose it's a hair rate where you have, it's a 12A grade hair, and you spend how much money on it, you bring it to this one person where you feel like can do it the best, not knowing that that's their step in doing and getting their look how they want it to do. No, I don't think you have to go to the extent to do that, especially when you buy the single knotted hairs. They we call them, or they're called pre-plucked hairs, looking like a scalp. It doesn't look like a wig, none at all. I do recommend those hairs, and you don't have to do a lot of plucking because the scalp look alone can give you the effect that you want it. I'm not saying if you do a center part or a side part, you can't pluck that, line out, but you don't have to do a excessive amount of plucking. Why some people do some excessive amount of plucking. By the time you're supposed to style the hair again, it can't style because no hair no left up there, alopecia in your wig. Yeah, alopecia's up there. So what you gonna do? But anyways, back to what I'm saying. I went ahead and did all that while I was talking, but I'm going to continue the process by styling the hair and putting my two, what I would say, ponytails or buns up to where they should go. So I'm using elastic bands to wrap it around. Some persons don't recommend elastic bands, some persons recommend scrunchies. I think you work with what works best for you. Yeah, work with whatever works best for you. That's what you gotta do. So that's what I'm doing. Using my elastic band, combing it, brushing it in, making sure it is slick down and nice. As I say, you always have to take the necessary steps to, make sure you get that effective look at the end of the day. You don't waste your time for nothing. So just do it for something instead of doing it for nothing. I'm using the Tresemme spray again to slick it up to making sure that it's gonna be, flat and nice to how I really want it to be. I use my rubber band again, and I think I had a problem with this one a little bit. I had to do it probably, I think, 3 times to get it how I really wanted it to be. But I still accomplished it, yeah, and that's the greatest thing. And with doing that, you can get the look that you want. After doing that, I'm trying to do this ragged kind of messy bun look. So that's me pushing back the hair to get it a little, bushy and like um yeah, messy, some persons would say. So I'm wrapping it around to do that messy bun look, and that's me trying once. And then now I'm trying to use my spray bottle to wet the hair with a little oil sheen that can put the curls in the hair, because you want that cute type of messy bun. You don't want that, too ragged, as I say, type of messy bun. So that's me attempting again to wrap it around, and I did succeed at this time. And I wrap it around tight a little bit, and I continue to pull it back around a little bit, and frizz it out so that it has a messy look. Put a elastic band over it, and as I say, frizz it out, frizz it out, frizz it out. You guys will see the end product, but I did the same thing to the opposite side, and when I had used the spray bottle again, use my oil sheen also, and make sure that it's wet and nice and curly. So I succeeded that the opposite side by doing that. So I have to do that on the other side, and that's the look. that's how it looks, and I liked it. It looked cute to me. It looked, really cute and nice and fancy. So I really liked it. Now look at me trying to put this chapstick kind of effect like I am any Chinese. But I tried and I think it was too short, so I took them out. It was way too short. I tried it in bun, as you can see right there, and it was too short. I'm like, nah, that doesn't look right. I'm like, no. Went ahead, ripped my band off, and I go ahead and put my little makeup in my little zigzag part that I did to brighten it up. As I say, a little everything changes the look of your thing. You see how the rest of part look dull, and you're gonna see when I apply the makeup how it looks. It just gives that defined look. So a little goes a long way. I didn't have any black spray to spray after, so I didn't do that. I just leave it as it was. That's me proceeding to do my baby hairs, as a lot of persons will have problems with baby hairs also, like who not have it on the eye forehead, of the top of the no the eyebrow. It's always a problem, and you got to make sure you get your those baby hairs right. Yeah, to how you like them. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it, and I'm gonna use my little flat iron and curl it to how I want it. Some persons curl it up, some persons curl it down. I think it doesn't really matter. Like when you want that kind of, what I would say, no body look, when you have a lot of fluffy baby hair, I think you should curl it up. So you just round up and all of that. But for me, I will curl it down for, like, if I'm doing anybody's hair, or if they do ask me for a specific type of look, I'll do it how they request. So that's me curling down everybody, making sure everybody's straight. I think that piece was too long, so I was like trying to glitch it. I'm like, no, this is not gonna work. So I went ahead and tried to slick it around to see what's gonna happen, and slick that one also to see if both sides are gonna look, the same or look defined. And I didn't like it, so I went ahead and I cut it. As I said, like, a little goes a long way. You gotta know what looks different from what's gonna look off, from what's not gonna look off. So that's just me looking on what's gonna look off from what's not gonna look off, curling it again, and making sure that it is set how it is supposed to be. Yeah, comprehende? So I'm continuing to do the baby hairs. I applied my Gots to Be gel glue. You could use Gorilla Glue. Some persons use their spray. Anything that you want to use, you could use. It's just up to you. Now I'm going ahead to, press lightly and, what I would say now, slay that baby hair black back. Yeah. Pressing lightly and slaying that baby hair back. That's what I'm doing. And making sure that it is not on the top of my eyebrows. So I'm trying to complete that task by doing it gently, by doing it slowly, by doing it accurately. Because in hairstylists, you know, what I would say jobs, you have to be accurate when it comes on to certain things. Like, as I say, you have to have this certain type of precision. That's the word, yeah. And just know what you're doing. Like, you just have to know what you're doing. So that's me, using my tail comb to then push it back, push it back a little, like just curve it a little more from my eyebrows. And that's me doing the other side, doing the same process, using my Gots to Be glue, and also my Tresemme spray to hold it down. I always like to use both because the glue, the Gots to Be glue, give you that thick, like, type of stay that you want it to have, and it just it stays there like gel. Like it's not exactly like gel, it's better than gel, but it stays there. But for the spray now, it holds it in place, like it doesn't move. Some persons don't like hard baby hair, some persons do like soft baby hairs, and with doing that, you have to use mousse or a light edge control that doesn't have much oil in it, so that it stays. And also it has to have some sort of firm, like stiffening product in it. Like it doesn't have to be a lot for it to be stiff, but it has to have something that's going to hold that hair in place. So I do recommend that. So you see me do my sideburns, and those are cute. I love those. Those were nice. So I swirl it around. Some persons don't. Sometimes I do it when it's there. I'm like, okay, leave it. I'm just just clip off the edges and that's it. And some persons like to put it at a certain weight, like it doesn't curl right around. It just curl right round, but not right around. It doesn't have that type of 90s something or 16 something look. Back in those days look, with those men that wore those wigs, and yeah, back in those times, you know what I mean. But most definitely, like, doing the sideburns, they're not always bad, they're always good. It's always like to the forehead eyebrow type of thing, always kind of gets me sometimes, because it has to be the same and all of that for it to have that look. Right now, one of them thing that I want, but it's not really showing. Like, to me, like, it's not really showing. Like, it's there, but like you can obviously see that one, but it's fine. I went ahead and pulled all the hair out that I had clipped back to stay out of my way. That's what I was gonna have. I'm just gonna wet it all up, and by wetting it up, I'm putting my style to completion. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm putting my style to completion. So I'm breaking the sides to make sure that the hair drops forward and not backwards. So I'm dropping that forward, and it looks nice. I really like it. I hope that you guys watching that you really like this, because this was a bombshell type of look for me. Like, it was really cute. So I start to use my spray bottle and wet it up. That's water. And I I how would I say this now? I wet it proportionally. Like, I spray, I rub, I pull. Don't pull hard, like you're pulling the water through your hair. So you don't want to pull it hard. Like when you're washing your hair and you just want to wet your hair, just maybe just put it under the shower. No, you don't really want to wet your hair. You want it to be wet but dry, wet dry type of look. So that's what I did, and I'm using the spray to put the curls in. I tell you, each time I use the oil sheen spray in any water wave that I have, it works, and I love it. I love that hack. I saw it on TikTok. But guys, this is the end of the look. As you can see, I'm just trying to complete everything to make sure that it looks slick and nice and proper. And I hope that you guys enjoyed watching and listening to me. And please do remember to subscribe to my channel and like this video. Please comment and share. Tell me what next you'd like to see. And, you know, just talk to me. But as I said, thank you guys for watching, and I hope that you guys do continue to support my movement. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.